Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you like I always do. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Welcome to the channel. If you're just subscribing, don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out here. Like I always tell my brothers at the beginning of the show, hit that like button up right now so you won't forget. You get the rushing up out of here and then you forget to hit that like button up. So hit that like button up, man. Big salute and big shout out to all the dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world, taking care of them dogs where we got to take care of them dogs. 2024, man. Doing it how we got to do it. Doing it how we got to do it. You know, we got a few things to talk about today. We got some news. Got some news coming from across the world and some bulldog talk. We're going to speak about a little bit about knowing when you're overworking your dog and knowing when you're underworking your dog. You know, we'll speak a little bit about that as well later in the video. We also got an update on the Texas dog fighting situation where the two brothers was arrested. We got an update on that. You know, we get into talking about that as well. But yeah, man, big salute. Like I say, big salute, big shout out to y'all dog lovers. The people who just watch my channel that don't got dogs, you know. Hope y'all ready to ride, because we about to ride, man. We about to ride, you know. Let's get into this dog talk, man. Let's get into the dog talk. First thing I'm going to speak about is the pups. You know, the pups that I got. I'm not sure if I spoke about this on my last video or the video before, but I cracked the blueprint, you know. I always hear brothers talking about certain things when it comes to certain dogs. And over the past few years, I've been seeing certain things come out of certain lines of dogs. Now, what I found out, and what I say I cracked the blueprint is, a lot of stuff we complain about with these dogs, it's coming because these puppies not getting the proper nutrients from day one. You know, brothers take care of the puppies. They leave them out. The mama don't kill them. The puppies eat. They make sure they eat, but they're not getting the proper nutrients. So when you get the dog when it's 8 weeks old, 6 weeks old, you start giving the dog something else, and you like, you know, he may be getting big or she may be getting big, but the first 8 weeks of her life, she didn't get them nutrients to get her bones certain ways, to get her body structure started, you know, to climb that ladder. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to notice it, man. Brothers who take care of their puppies from the time they come out, look at their puppies, and I'm talking about all around Facebook. And then look at the brothers' puppies who you just leaving them until they get time to wean, and then till they get time to give them their shots. You give them their shots or whatever, but you just leaving them for the mother to take care of. You know, you can tell the difference sometimes, man. Sometimes you gotta do certain things for these dogs to boost them up a little bit. You know, boost them up, especially when we got all these different kinds of foods. Some foods are good for the dog. Some foods aren't good. Even when they say they're good for them, they not good for them. You know, even when they say it. So I think it's just, you know, when you start these dogs off, when I say day one, folk will get it confused and think I'm talking about 2 months. I'm not talking about 2 months. And I don't mean you got to handle your dogs every single day. What I mean is you put nutrients in that female dog so she can shoot it down to the mama dog. You know, I mean, to the puppies. You know, you make sure that female is wormed out. And everybody got their own little ways they do their worming. Just me, myself, personally, I worm before I start breeding. Once I see she in heat, I'm going to go ahead and worm her right then. Just my own personal preference, you know. Brothers worm them out throughout their pregnancy. I hear different people say different things. When it comes to me, just my personal preference, the reason I don't worm a dog during the pregnancy is because wormer is nothing but a form of poison. You know, wormer is nothing but a form of poison that's put in the body to kill the worms, but I don't want no poison inside of her body while she got no puppies in her. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I know a lot of brothers who worm them out throughout their pregnancy. But I know one thing. When you take care of that female, and like I said before, this means taking care of the female way before she go in heat. A lot of brothers leave them females on the chain. They look half-assed. They go in heat. You start trying to beef them up. You start trying to, when you breed them, you start trying to beef them up because you know you got puppies in it. And you get these skinny, flaky looking puppies. You know, and it just, if you take it a little more serious about what you put in that female dog, you'll see the results into the puppies. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, the proof is in the pudding. It don't matter what line it is. You can have 30-pound dogs, you can have 50-pound dogs, but if you're taking care of them puppies from the rip, they're gonna all be healthy looking puppies. And then they take their size and they take they form and stuff whenever they get older. But as puppies, they gonna look like they've been taken care of. I mean, hey, not saying nobody who like I said, don't really spend the time with their puppies and just let the mama take care of them. Not saying you're doing something wrong, because you get healthy puppies as well, But I'm speaking to some of my brothers that claim they losing this, they losing that, they losing the bone, you losing it because you didn't lose it by breeding, you lost it by the way you feeding, from a youngster, from a young buck. And it just go like that, man. It just go like that. Brothers said some of the and be saying some of the craziest stuff, when it comes to what I got going on with my dogs. You see, we still to the point where we got a brother out here on the YouTube that is hotter than fish grease, hotter than fish grease, got the whole state of Washington following him around when it comes to the authorities and the government and the law and all that, following him from place to place. Anybody that hangs with this fella, anybody that he goes to your house and all that, you better believe you're under investigation. See, we a lot of y'all slow folk, you be blinded by these little funny videos and certain things, and you think folk just be cracking. You know what I'm saying? Until you and your dog indicted. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it just is what it is, man. Brother say, I'm a sell. I'm trying to, let me see how it go. I'm trying to sell dogs and all other kind of stuff and this and all this. Listen here, man. Every other day, y'all figuring out something that I'm doing, I guess you want to be doing. Or you trying to make it like it's something wrong with it. I can't help you can't sell puppies, brother. I can't help that. You should have been lying to these folk out here year after year, and then once they lie, you get caught in the lie. Now you want to lash all out, talk about families. We got that too. Talk about any and everything besides your dog. You see? Now, what I'm trying to figure out, because we're going to get into a lot of dog talk today. What I'm trying to figure out is, you know what I'm saying? How can a brother, and y'all keep acting like y'all don't see this, man. Y'all keep acting like y'all don't see this. How can a brother know everything about my dogs, my partner dogs, the next man dogs, but he don't want to talk about his? See, y'all keep brushing all that stuff under the table. Y'all keep brushing out under the table like, okay, maybe he didn't have a bulldog pass. Nah, I'm not talking about no bulldog pass. It's a reason he not talking about his stuff, but he talking about every single body else. And it's a reason he went to court without getting any evidence to see what they had against him. And it's a reason they dropped 150 some animal cruelty charges down to 5. When you shot dogs with pellet guns and they physically got the guns from your house, got the cigar burns from the dog, no. It's not no cracking, it's not no jokes. Now, they are jokes, but the words that's coming out my mouth is not me cracking on them. I'm just telling my dog brothers and sisters out here today in the dog game, you don't got common sense, that's you. See you up the road. Holler at you when you're at Alcatraz. You don't got common sense. You don't need to be college educated, doctor's degree, master degree, and all that stuff to comprehend what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about calling names or none of that type of stuff. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but I'm a damn citizen. I don't care nothing about the streets, neither the street code. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like I said before, I done lived all that. And what I see about that street code is the code is only when folk need it to be comfortable for them. When it's time to that code to work for you, you don't want it to work. But when you need it to be comfortable, for you to be comfortable, oh, street code, oh, street, man, the streets ain't hitting on shit. You know? Same ones talking about keeping it real, keeping it real. Y'all only talk about keeping it real in drug cases, I see. Because if that's the case in 1996, 97, 99, I would have never been charged up for popping that fire on y'all. You know what I'm saying? The streets, that's the streets. You only want to, you talk about who say this and who say that. You only making it for drugs. You forget about every single thing else that goes on around you. Y'all brothers talking that shit. Then when brother put the fire on you, you going to the police. You don't understand how many brothers out here talking gangster every single day. But when you put that, and I know this, you ain't even got to touch them with it. You know what I'm saying? That fire come out and that thing start to jamming. And they start to going and taking out warrants and all that. Seen it too many times. Too many of you guys who call yourself tough guys, I done spent too many dollar bills on lawyers and all that type of stuff for so-called tough guys. And at the end of the day, man, you can't be worrying about what I'm selling. You can't even have dogs, big dog. We got brothers that can't even own dogs. How is we even letting them interfere with the dog community? That's how much of a joke half of the dog community is. You got a dude who can't even own dogs, but yet y'all listening to him. I don't mean like you actually listening to his channel. I mean like a lot of y'all can't make moves without listening and taking it from a person who can't even have dogs. A person that showed you when they had them that they couldn't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do nothing with it. I mean, we could switch that to any situation you want to put it in. I gave you that heat. You ain't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So why would I pass it to you again? First time I give it to you, you ain't do nothing with it. I put you on a shorty. You ain't do nothing with it. You ain't do nothing with her. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a bunch of bullshit. Why would I put you on one again? Put you on a job. You ain't do nothing with it. Why would I put you on one again? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. A lot of y'all brothers better open your eyes up. Open your eyes up. Cause like them brothers say out there, I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches. I don't doubt that them brothers done tried to call the police on me already. I don't doubt it. The same ones that be up here talking every damn day. But guess what, man? I walk that walk that I talk. It ain't my fault you can't sell dogs. You understand? It ain't my fault. You see, I can't help a lot of y'all ain't realized yet because you're just getting in the dog game. What I told y'all, brothers, when you first get in the game, you ain't going to make what you think you're going to make off these pit bulls. You see, in my head, I done said it already, and a damn dog going to sit on my damn yard, period. I don't care what breed it is if it ain't got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Food too hot for me to be trying to follow up with y'all talking about a damn selling a puppy. I can't help you can't sell them. Me and Chico and BKK selling our dogs. How you love that? We selling ours to the right people. People that deserve these dogs. People that deserve these dogs. Not nobody that's going to abuse them. Not nobody that's going to have them in feces and urine all day. Not nobody that's going to put them in a kennel crate and don't bring them out for 3 weeks. You understand? No, man. You dang right I sell my dogs. Good quality dogs. Good quality. And like I said, I don't play when it comes to what my dogs go to. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about that. I see how corny and whack a lot of these brothers is out here in this dog game. It makes me pay attention to every single time a person holler at me. I'm trying to see where your head at. I don't got to talk to you long to see where your head at. I don't got to do it. That's a gift I was given in the game. From dealing with the game, you learn to read people fast, or that could be detrimental to your life. You understand? So that's something I'll do, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, I'll get that feeling in my head. But hey, man, a lot of y'all brothers wouldn't understand it. Like I said, it ain't my fault. You can't have dogs. You had your time to take care of them. You didn't take care of them. Now you got the whole state of Washington following you around. Whole state of Washington. Now, folk, let's get into a little bit of this news real quick. Let's get into a little bit of this news. Taking y'all brothers back to Texas, Smith County, where the two brothers got jammed with the dog fighting situation. We're going to get this video. I'm going to let the video play, and then we going to talk about, because we got to talk about something real quick that they're going to basically be speaking about in that video. So y'all check this out. You know where you got it from first. PBK9, Dog Talking News. Let's get into it.
Kerry Jones and Michael Jones are charged with abuse of non-livestock animals after 59 dogs, many of them injured or ill, were found on their property. KLTV7's Alex Weister was at today's bond reduction hearing and has the latest.
Bond reduction hearings for Michael and Kerry Jones were held at the Smith County Courthouse. Michael Jones' bond is set at $500,000, while Kerry Jones' bond is set at $10,000 for animal cruelty and $550,000 for dog fighting. When Kerry Jones' hearing began, Judge Debbie Gunter announced 3 indictments had been filed.
There is a cruelty to non-livestock animal case that's been newly indicted. Also, 2 new indictments for dog fighting.
Michael Jones' lawyer and the prosecutor agreed to postpone the hearings until the indictments were processed and bonds were set. Kerry Jones' lawyer also agreed to wait, but did want to comment on the bond amount, noting what he calls a disparity in this case's bond in comparison to other felony charges.
First-degree felony murder charges, the average of those charges in the last 10 years of bonds in those cases has been less than $900,000. So there's a great disparity in my mind that a state jail felony with a person who is eligible to receive probation receives such a high bond.
Kerry Jones' defense called Paige Montgomery, Kerry Jones' girlfriend, to the stand to talk about the family's difficulties of being able to pay the $550,000 bond. Montgomery says the two have separate finances and they don't talk about their money often. Regarding affordability, when asked about how much Kerry makes, she says she doesn't know. The prosecutor then focused in on inconsistencies.
You say, your finances are separate, you split bills, and you don't ask him about his finances, but you've offered testimony about how much money he gets per job.
Right.
So you understand my question is, how do you know how much he gets paid per job if you don't ever ask him about his finances?
Both of the bonds set for the brothers will stay as is until the indictments are processed. The bond reduction matter will again be revisited later. Alex Weister, KLTV7 News.
And according to the Smith County Animal Shelter, 11 of the dogs will have to be euthanized due to being unpredictable and dangerous.
Now, the thing here to talk about, is, and the same reason they're going to court to get a bond reduction. You see, that brother got a $500,000 and some change bond for dog fighting. So what they call dog fighting, whether he's guilty or not guilty yet. You got to go to court to see all that. $500,000 bail for dog fighting. That's what I tell brothers, man. That's what I tell brothers. When we going to rush into these polls to trying to talk about Republican, Democrat, this, who is really putting real laws down that really make sense across this country, man? You got a brother that can't get out of jail. Yeah, they maybe did something wrong. I don't know. $500,000 bail, but this brother over here that's funneling with this little boy, Boy Scouts, or they over here funneling with this little girl, $10,000 bond, $5,000 bond. And we talking about, we know they take 10% off. They not no 100,000, take 10% off the 10,000. No, they starting at 20,000. Take 10% off, that's 2,000. You know what I'm saying? We just giving it to you real. They ain't no 100. Every now and then you get some that be high like that, every now and then. But I'm saying for the most part, that brother got a bond higher than a murderer. I mean, like, when you really look at it, man, a lot of this stuff that goes on really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It really don't make sense. It's no way a brother can have $500,000 bail for some dog. I mean, it's a way because you see it's going down. But I mean, it's like, the price don't match the crime. You know, it don't match the crime, man. You got brothers, if you search across this country, people that do way far worse things than what they got caught with, you know, and their bails is way cheaper. Way cheaper. But that's all I really got to say about that, man. Just giving y'all the update on the Texas situation and letting your brothers see, my young brothers, my older brothers, you know, what kind of bails they posting, what kind of bails they giving brothers. Can you afford to post a $500,000 bail? You know, you want to see if that dog a champion. You want to see if you're a grand champion, or you want to be known as that one who got them champions and them grand champions. But can you post a $500,000 bail? Let's talk about the dog game and what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? That stuff in them journals, like I say, that ain't going on no more. You know, let's talk about what's really going on. $500,000 bail, can you afford it? You know, I can't afford no $500,000 bail. You know what I'm saying? And so I choose to do the right dang on things. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you get mad because I said it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, we got some dog talk, dog news. You know, his is going down just like that. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. The way I always say it, my brothers. Some gonna like it and some ain't. It just is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And let me give y'all a little bit more of that news, man. Because I know a few of y'all brothers done seen this because it was on Facebook. And I seen a couple of y'all brothers' explanations for this, you know. But let's get into Fiona. Let's get into Fiona. Not that Fiona, brother. Not that Fiona. Let's get into Fiona, the pit bull, man. Fiona, the pit bull, the green pit bull that came out green over the past few days, over the past week or so, out of a white litter of puppies. Daddy white, mama white, puppy came out, about 8 or 9 puppies. All of them came out white except for the one green puppy with the green tint to him. But y'all check this video out. We'll talk about it when it's done.
One Hancock County couple's pet pit bull welcomed a new litter of puppies into the world on Sunday. Only one of the puppies didn't look like the others. Destiny Polster explains.
Perhaps it's a Google search that no pet owner ever expects to make.
Why one of my puppies that my American Pit had green?
Anise Tooley and her boyfriend Greg are proud dog owners. Pearl and Harley are the names of their 2 American pit bulls who had a new litter of puppies on Sunday. The only oddity is the firstborn was a different color than the rest.
I thought it was blue. I thought it'd be like it was going to turn blue. It was like be gray later, like a blue color.
I didn't notice at first she was a different color. And then when she had another one, I'm like, that first one is like a different color.
Tooley's sudden internet expertise found stories of other colorful puppies. She says one born in Italy was named Pistachio and one in Ireland named Shamrock.
So we decided to name her Fiona after the Shrek movie, the female in Shrek.
The couple says they have seen research that shows Fiona should only be green for a couple of weeks. Because they already have 4 dogs, they plan to give Fiona and her siblings to other happy homes. In Hancock County, Destiny Polster, WLOX News Now.
That puppy's standing out.
Now she says she's looking for a home for the dogs once they get to the age where they can be adopted out. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, with that dog coming out like that, I probably wouldn't get rid of him just yet. You know, maybe when he turn and start back turning all white, I'll get rid of him. As long as he green, I'm gonna keep him. Now I've seen brothers in the Facebook comments and stuff like that. They were saying that the dog sack had bust out the sack while he was still in the mother dog. You know, say the dog bust out the sack while he was still in the mother dog. Now I'm not gonna rule that out, but what I will say is that the people, the vet or whoever, you know, they talked to didn't say anything about that on the news. You know, they didn't say anything about that on the news. Now, I will say this. When a dog busts out his sack and is not outside the mama yet, he starts suffocating. He don't have no way to breathe. You know, he don't have no way to breathe. So if the dog is not literally about to fall out of, you know, of the female dog's womb, if he comes out of the sack and he's still in the dog, he's going to die. He's going to come out dead. he's not gonna have no way to breathe. No, he's just gonna be like he's inside of a bag. When we see them puppies and they come out, and sometimes they come out outside of the bag, that bag bust off them while they was on the way outside of the urethra. That bag bust then. It ain't bust while they was still up in them, up in their stomach and stuff. But like I said, I'm not here to say that that's wrong or none of that. I don't know how it happened. All I know is I wouldn't get rid of the little green pup until he turned all white. Because if he stay green with a green tint, even if it's a little bit lighter, if he still got that green tint, that's just something unique, man. It may come from a health problem. It may come from any sort of issue. But the thing is, it's unique. How many people keep blind dogs? How many people keep deaf dogs and they be part of their family and stuff? So just me, I couldn't get rid of the green dog just yet. I couldn't get rid of the green dog just yet. Now, before we get into this next news clipping, I want to ask y'all something. Do you think that police officers should be liable when they come in your yard? Okay, give you a quick example. That way it'll make it, you can understand me real quick. Okay, police chasing after a suspect has nothing to do with you at all. They chasing after a suspect. Suspect run through your yard. Police runs through your yard as well. You got a dog in your yard, in a fence. Police jump the fence to chase after the suspect. You got a dog in your yard, dog attacks suspect and the police. Police shoots the dog. Do you think the police should be reliable for these situations like this? You see, this happens all across the country where they chasing after a suspect and then they cross through what a dog may consider his territory. He's not bothering nobody. He's only doing what he's supposed to do. You come in his yard, and for one, even if you don't come in the yard, when the police got all these trinkets and little gadgets and stuff on them, it sets the dog off. Your average dog will go crazy with all that stuff that they got on. It just looks strange. They're not a regular. They could tell that they're not regular. So should police be responsible when they jump your fence, chasing after a suspect, and he kills the dog? Now, I will say this. We all know this. Now, we know it. We know it. If that suspect killed that dog, then he will be charged with it. He would be charged with it. If the police chasing him through your yard, he pulls out, for one, if he pulled out a gun, the police is going to shoot him. But if he, somehow or another, he stabbed a dog or he did something, the dog died, he will be charged with that dog. But being that as a police officer, he's able to do certain things and get away with it, or what we call get away with it. I think it's part of the danger of being a police officer. You can't just pull your gun out and shoot everything, that comes across you. You got to know that you're putting yourself in situations that you crossing the boundaries. Now let me ask you this. Any of my officers may be watching. You chasing a suspect, right? Say you an undercover officer. You chasing a suspect. He runs through my front door instead of going through my yard. He runs through my front door. You come in behind him. Both of y'all come through my front door wearing civilian clothes. I think it's a robbery. Would I be wrong in this situation? See, when you crossing other people's territory, police got to understand and realize and take into account that, they got a dangerous job, but it gets even more dangerous whenever you go into somebody else's territory that has nothing to do with the situation that's going on when it's going down fast. I can see if you're just walking and looking for somebody and that's different. But we talking about it's going down. He's chasing him. Boom, he busts through my front door. I'm sitting in the back room playing the game. Got a burner sitting beside me. But he busts through the officer busts through behind him. Both of them wearing civies. I get the shooting. Now, in my heart, I think when it comes down to it, they won't charge me with the dude who ran through my front door. I don't think they'll charge me with that. But I don't know what they'll do with the officer. They may not charge you with that either, because if you truly don't know it was a police. But like I said, man, let's get to this video. Let's get to this news. We got an officer who shot down some people service dog. And it was a Pitbull service dog. Shot him down in the yard, chasing after a suspect. You know where you got it first. Fair and uncut, raw and unbiased. Where you gonna get it at? You ain't gonna get it no other place. You're rocking with the Bay. Let's go.
A mother now at a loss for words after Oklahoma City police shot her service animal while they were looking for someone not related to her family.
Now she has a long list of paperwork to fill out to receive financial help, but the important thing, she says, the clock is ticking to save the animal's life. First at 4, News 4's Mecca Thompson talked with the woman today.
A Metro family distraught after their service dog was shot by police. They're now heartbroken, hoping he survives.
It's been mentally exhausting for myself, and my son doesn't want to let go.
Bruno, the Madrid family's 2-year-old pit bull, now hospitalized and fighting for his life after an incident with Oklahoma City police on Tuesday.
He said, well, we were chasing a fugitive and they were hopping through yards and our canine hit on your yard.
While looking for the fugitive, Bruno was shot in the backyard. Madrid says he has a severed spine and the bullet remains in his chest.
We didn't even hear him bark.
Did you hear any gunshots?
No, I heard no gunshot. And that's what I was so surprised.
Madrid has 2 service dogs, Bruno and this is Peanut.
He's my son's emotional support animal.
Madrid now scrambling to find the funds to help keep Bruno alive.
I came out of $1,200 out of my pocket.
Oklahoma City police sent a statement saying, quote, "One of the more dangerous aspects of police work is there are times when officers must quickly enter backyards when chasing or searching for dangerous fugitives. No police officer wants to shoot a dog, especially someone's beloved family pet." Madrid says she understands the incident wasn't intentional.
The police have been very helpful. It's just the financial side of things, or the upper part of it, takes a long process. You have to go downtown and fill out paperwork after paperwork.
In Oklahoma City, Mecca Thompson, Oklahoma's News 4.
Well, Bruno there is on day 4 of his fight to survive. The operation for the dog has to be paid for up front, and it could take weeks for the city to reimburse the family.
Right now, the family's paying out of their own pocket to keep their dog alive and is hoping to collect donations. We do have a link at kfor.com if you'd like to donate.
Now, when it comes to the pups that I'm breeding, off this mellow yellow litter, and to the brothers or sisters who may have got home the pup, or puppy maybe coming to your home, like I said, these pups can be bred with anything. That's the way they bred. They bred tight. They bred for performance. When I say performance, I mean the work. You can take these dogs in the woods. You can take these dogs in any kind of competition. You know what I'm saying? I show you me doing the obedience commands with them, just to see that you can do anything. Just to show you can do anything with these dogs you want to do. It's whatever you got in your mind to do. You saying, oh, he's going to be a chain ornament? He's going to be a chain ornament? Then that's what he's going to be. If you saying he going to be the smartest dog in the world, then that's what he going to be. And I'm glad them folk had, whether they was true pit bulls, bullies, or whatever they was, I'm glad they had a bull breed dog as a service dog. Because these dogs can do anything, man. Anything you want them to do. It just, it's just crazy, man. It is crazy. And like I said, these pups, if you breed them, and I always said this in the past, they're equivalent to the old school red boy dogs. Because we don't know. We do not know if them red boy dogs passed that trait that they used to pass back in the late 90s. Early 90s and late 80s. Sorry about that. We don't know if they're still passing them same traits. But when I say that, I mean, you used to can breed a red boy dog with anything, and you're going to get that go in whatever that was you bred. You get that go. You know, these are the same kind of dogs. You can breed them with anything. I told you can breed them with a hound dog. You can breed them with whatever you want to breed them with. As long as it still got structure and it's still able to work, you're going to get at least a half a liter worth of good dogs. You know, I wouldn't do this, you know, but I'm just telling brothers how I feel about these dogs and how I know they're going to produce. You know, you take a Catahoula, you take a black mouth cur, you take a coon dog, some dog that got leg up on them, that's a hunting dog. You're breeding with the dog, I get 10 puppies, I guarantee you I'll put my podcast on it. I will stop doing my podcast if you get 10 puppies and 5 of them don't be over average bulldogs. I quit the podcast. You know, that's how much confidence I got because I'm seeing consistency year after year after year. You know, it is what it is, man. A lot of brothers talk about a lot of different things when it comes to their bloodlines, but what I speak about is consistency. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hyped up because my dog is a super dog. Can he produce? You know, yeah, he could produce. He coming off a line of consistent producers, not just one producer, a line, a family of them. You know, like a raw family of producers. Yard starters. I tell brothers this, yard starters. These dogs are yard starters. You don't got to have no pit bulls at all. But if you get one, you start it where you need to start at and you can work from there. You know, they ain't got all this stuff here and there, here and there, where you got to try to match this up. You got performance bred in one way. All the way back to Mr. Tant, Mr. Chavis, Mr. Burns. You know, you got it bred one way. So when you get it, you know, you go to Eli, you're going to get some great dogs. You go with, you know, you're going to get great dogs with anything. But what I'm saying, you're going to get your better dogs. In my opinion, you get your better dogs when you take them out. And then you can bring them back in, you know, and tighten it back up. You know, you can bring them back in, you know. And when I say out, everybody have a different opinion about outs. You know, I mean, like something that's not off the same family. You know, something that's not off the same family. See, the puppies itself. If you want to run, if you're trying to run that particular line, then, you know, you breed back to the somebody that's kin to that puppy. You know, you breed back to that and keep it pure, keep it straight, Big John and Little John, top and bottom, not Cuban Mr. Link Little John, you know, but the real Little John. Cuban Mr. Link when I say real, I don't mean bootleg. I just mean some people say he wasn't a real champion, you know, but, yeah, Little John and Big John, top and bottom. You know, if you want to go like that, I mean, I can't knock you for doing it. You're going to get great dogs. You know, you're going to get great puppies, great dogs, dogs that turn out to be great dogs. But when you go out to a foreign line with nothing that can compare to this in it, we don't got no Red Boy Jocko, straight Eli Jeep Rascal or Eli Bolio or Balls or whatever. No Red Boy Jocko. And then you come back into that. Man, trying to tell you now, you get the throwback dogs, you get your throwback, you get your white face dogs, you get your, just get your throwback dogs, your colors and stuff. You know, that's all they waiting on. Somebody to come put that cross in them. You know, or tighten it up one. And then you can take these puppies and say these coming off of Fletcher and Mellow Yellow, which is coming off Hacksaw and Saber 2000. You take a puppy off one of these and go to one of them other Big John puppies off of Quick, off of Buddy, off of Little Thunder, off of one of them other dogs, and you're going to get some phenomenal dogs. You know, a lot of dogs can't take inbreeding many times. You know, some lines take inbreeding way better than other lines. You know, and I'm not even talking about just my particular breeding. I'm talking about some lines will not hold up from the inbreeding and line breeding that was did with the Big John, Little John stuff over the years. You know, that just showing you how strong and good that sperm was coming from Big John and Little John, you know, which was coming from the dogs that produced them. Yellow John, Grand Champion Yellow, Red Boy and them, you know, they had the direct genes of these dogs in them. You know, and I just wanted to say that about the pups, man. Salute everybody that's putting that stuff together out there with them great dogs, them great puppies. Keep doing y'all things. We gonna keep doing our thing over here. You know, now my brothers, you know, let's talk about this a little bit. Let's talk about this. Big shout out to all the dog lovers. Like I said, Thompson Kennels. Let me ask your girl something, right? Hey Fiona, let me ask you something. Now, you want to be in the dog game, but Thompson ain't tell you he throwing you under the bus, did he? See, Fiona, Thompson ain't tell you the reason why he got you talking to these people out here. Because when them folk come, they gonna get you instead of getting him. You know? He ain't tell you he using you as a shield. You know? See, when you marry, you're supposed to protect the husband and protect the wife, but not in that way. You know, you don't put your wife in danger. You don't put your wife in the line of fire because you're trying to do something and you're trying to stay safe on your end. You don't do that. That's why I tell these brothers, man, y'all brothers is feminine, man. Feminine. Nothing you do hurt me, man. You making videos. Listen here, brothers. This brother made a video with this girl all made up and stuff, right? Hold up. Got that picture up there, right? You know what that's a prime example of, my brother? You know what that's a prime example of, my sisters? If you don't know, I'm about to tell you. He got his girl up there the next day and they put my address and all this. I don't care about that. But what I know is that's a prime example of when you go to the club, you get drunk, right? You go to the club, you get drunk, you go lay down, you scoop you up something from the club. She looked that way, she looked this way when you was dancing and all them lights shining and you drunk up. But when you woke up this morning, when you woke up that next morning, all that other stuff was gone. And she looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say Fiona, but you kind of got a resemblance of Biz Markie. You know, hold up, people who don't know who Biz Markie is, you know. You look like Biz Markie, you know. And like I told brothers, I said this ain't had nothing to do with Thompson. Y'all got all that fake ass stuff on your face. You know, eyelashes, can't see your eyes, all that fake hair. That ain't you. That ain't you. This me, but that ain't you, big mama. You know, that ain't you. And your boy putting you in the line of fire. Putting you in the line of fire. Not with me, with them folk. Got you talking. Basically, he got you making his transactions. Now, if that ain't a sucker, that ain't a sucker. My brothers across this land, like I told y'all before, there's only one dog man you gonna bump into that he gonna have his old lady working his business for you. And that's Thompson Kennels. It ain't not another dog man in this United States of America. Not saying ain't nobody got their women dealing with their dogs. But I never heard about a brother doing that, and I never seen that a day in my damn life. You know, that's why I tell brothers, man, how you gonna have the whole family involved in some bullshit? It's bullshit when you're stealing the dogs and you lying to people. You know, your girl don't know nothing about these dogs. She done told so many stories. But like I told you, Thompson, I'll give you $1,000 cash money to your Cash App if your girl can get up here and last 10 minutes of dog talk with me. No disrespect and straight dog talk. If she know about these yellow dogs, that she can tell these folk that when she getting that money out of their hands, she can tell them about them yellow dogs. I give you $1,000 to your Cash App if she can go 10 minutes, no disrespectful talk, but everything she say better make sense and better. When I ask her stuff, you know, respond with knowledge. You know, let's see what she really know. See, you can put my address all you want. Nobody ain't gonna show up. But when you know them folk know you stay by that airport, they gonna show up. Them boys in Charleston, once they figure out where you at, once they get dropped, your location get dropped where you at, they gonna hit you up. Them boys in the truck. It just is what it is, man. You's a sucker in an area full of sharks. But you don't know that because you coming from Brooklyn to South Carolina, thinking that shit gonna hold up. Like I said before, the moment them boys from Charleston realize where you at, the moment somebody send them the location, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, big dog. You can post my address all you want. It is what it is. You can post a location. I go to where you want me to go at. It's gonna be no shows. It's gonna be no shows. See, like I said, man, Fiona, that's what we calling you. We ain't calling you, we calling you Fiona or Biz Marquis, Miss Biz. One or the other. What you gonna do when them folk come and talk about them pedigrees and all that type of stuff? See, and to put my address on a YouTube video, that's police shit. Times are moving more and more. Y'all always talking about police, but y'all move like the police. You put my address up there, not for no hitters, not for no steppers. You put my address up there for the police to know it. I don't give a fuck if the police know my address, because if you go type my name in, my address already up there. Police stuff, same thing, police stuff about y'all taking people's driver's license. Taking people's driver's license. So when your dogs get stole, you're going to the police on them folk. And when them folk come to your house, everybody ID that's over there going to damn jail. Going to damn jail. Or they gonna pay you a damn house visit. You don't even know what they coming to your house for because this jackass got your ID stored in his house. Him and this old fat chubby ass bitch got your ID stored at his house. Like I said, man, don't bring no chick up here dressed up for one night and we know when the makeup off and all that, the lights come on and she looking like hell over there, like Petey Wheatstraw, devil's son-in-law or something. Like I said, man, Biz Marquis the best I can do. She kind of look like Forrest Whitaker. We got a Forrest Whitaker look mixed with a little Biz Marquis with Fiona. She's a dead ringer on Fiona. She look dead like she come from the Shrek Nation. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It is what it is. And you can't get mad at me, Thompson, and Miss Fiona, Miss Biz Marquis. You can't get mad because you the best producing Red Boy Jocko dog that boy got. You the best producing dog he got. You's a straight brood bitch. Like I said, you got to do better than that. Coming up wearing that lipstick and all that fake ass shit. Like I said, brothers, go to the club, that's how they look. You wake up with them, that's how they look. Holla at your boy, man. It just is what it is, man. You can't be talking about folk, family and all kind of stuff and think it's going to be limits. It ain't no limits no more. We're going to take it all the way there now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take it all the way there. And then y'all boys got the nerve. Y'all boys got the nerve to say y'all choke me out. Thompson, boy, you's a fairy tale maker. You's a fairy tale maker, a liar, a wannabe, moving like a police officer. And I ain't saying you no officer, but you're moving like you don't want that smoke. You don't want that drama. You want me to get in trouble. That's what you want. But see, my brother, I don't live that life. You know what I'm saying? I don't live that life. That's why I talk about it, because I know I ain't living that life. You see? You think I'll be talking about whatever drugs I sold back in the days if I was still dibbing and dabbing? Nah, man, I would have left that alone. I'm dibbing and dabbing. I don't want to talk about that. I'm trying to give brothers and sisters this knowledge so you can know and don't go through the same things I've been through. Because if you ain't got the money, it might not turn out the same way. or you don't got certain things, or you have more charges, man, it just might not turn out the same way. So a brother tried to give brothers and sisters a little bit of knowledge when it comes to certain things. You don't have to get in trouble. Learn from the next person trouble. You know what I'm saying? And y'all boys better stop lying. Thompson Kennels never in his life been to Conway, South Cac. Never in his life. And if he would have ever put a hand on me, he would have been in the grave doing that video that he doing that y'all watch. He'd have been doing that from the grave. I put that on everything I love. You know what I'm saying? I put that on everything, boy. If you would have ever touched me, you would have had, boy, you would have lost feeling in your hand, in your arms instantly. You wouldn't have been able to hit me the second time. You would have lost feeling instantly. But them the type of lies that brothers, they feel comfortable putting out here on YouTube and social media. That's why there ain't no problem for me to eat y'all little soft buttercup ass boys up. You know what I'm saying? Cut y'all like cutting through butter, man. That's why it's so easy, man. And can y'all tell me y'all don't notice this? All them boys who been in the YouTube for 15 years before, see our class, what I call our class, me, Pro, Going Hard, Samurai, anybody who came in over the past couple years, our class of dog men are built different. We can control a channel and don't have to do none of that stuff that they rely on doing. See, them boys came up in the era where they was arguing with Nanny Dog and the rest of them boys for fucking damn 7 to 8, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? 10 years. So they feel like that's right. They feel like that's right. So Buck and Thompson, the only ones that really, you really thrive off jealousy. You really thrive off jealousy. And then the whole thing about it, with both of y'all brothers, all these brothers across the country, they thought y'all was bigger than what y'all is. They thought y'all was official. They thought y'all was trustworthy. They thought y'all was taking care of these dogs. They thought y'all really had real yellow dogs. They thought y'all really had real Red Boy Jocko stuff. But when they start talking to real bulldoggers out here who know who out here, they get different stories. Just like I tell you, we can't get not one story about Michael Myers. But we know about Connor. We know about Red Lady. We know about Mellow Yellow. We know about Fletcher. We know about all these dogs that any and everybody got. But we can't get one story that come from his mouth about dogs that he owned. Then you got one couple over here, that's over here making up stuff. I know you ain't telling your old lady you choked me out, boy. Well, when I heard that, man, hey, listen here, man. Listen here. Ain't no games getting played like that. And this for anybody, from one city to the next, from my city to the next city. Touch me. Right now it's November. Touch me and see where your ass be at. I don't bother nobody. I do my own thing. Like I always say, I stay in my lane. But touch me or anybody around me that's dealing with me, and you gonna see some old 90s shit. Type of stuff a lot of y'all boys ain't used to. Like I said, man, I don't live that life. I don't want that life. But a lot of y'all boys in that bulldog game, y'all fantasize daily on acting like real gangsters. And it ain't nothing for a real wolf to know you faking. You just a sheep walking around with wolf clothing. You know what I'm saying? When you really a wolf, you can smell fakeness. And that's what I get when I'm talking to you, Thompson. I ain't even been around you. I ain't gonna be like you and lie like I've been around you and punk fake you out or did this or did that. I ain't gonna do that. I never been around you before. You gonna know when I'm around you. You gonna know when I'm around you. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I can slap you in your damn face and that won't get me shit. But a simple assault charge? Maybe, That's if you go to police on me. Like you doing now. Put my address, this and all that. Like I said, brothers, what is he expecting? What is he expecting from that? You gotta defend your old lady. Your old lady at home mad because I'm out here talking all kind of shit about old fat stinking ass. Old Bismarcky looking ass. You got the vapors. Hey, yo, you got the vapors, big dog. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, homie. You know, I mean, hey, while you was taking them people credit cards and taking them people bank cards and taking them people driver's license and all that type of stuff about a dang on dog, you should have been preparing for getting your game up, you know, getting your social media game up and all that type of stuff. Man, you've been in YouTube for 15 years. 15 years. And it's the most them brothers got out of you in the past couple months when I got on your ass. You know? And now you forced to respond back because I'm on your old lady ass. No Diddy. I don't want to be on it. No Diddy. Hey, it is what it is, homie. You know, I gotta say no Diddy with her because I ain't quite sure. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, you know, one thing I'm gonna tell brothers, man, you don't gotta have 40 dogs to have you a kennel. A lot of brothers get it confused. You be like, oh, he got one dog. He can't call himself a kennel. Listen here, man. I was calling myself a kennel when I had no dogs. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You do what you do and stop hating on these brothers for doing what they do. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all ain't got no kind of motivation amongst yourselves. You got no kind of motivation about yourselves, but you hate on the only kind of motivation you got is worrying about the next man selling his dogs or why you can't sell yours. You know what I'm saying? Or why yours ain't selling. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you what y'all stuck on. Y'all stuck on Chico Lopez. That's y'all idol. You know, he the only one that's supposed to be selling dogs high. You know, he the only one that can actually, you know, selling these dogs to this and selling these dogs to that. You know, that man went out there and put his grind in. That man went out there and put his sweat in when it comes to that. Now, you want to hate on him because he's selling his dogs to different people that you ain't, because you want to be stuck in his damn swamps, in this community full of scumbags? Salute to them real dog brothers, because it's filled with a lot of them too, and dog sisters. But we got a bunch of scumbags, you know? Bunch of them, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can have one dog, my brother, and you can run stuff. You don't gotta have 40 dogs. You know, you like I always say, get what you can afford for one, and get what makes you happy. Don't get what the next man got because he got that. You want to feel like, oh, I gotta have 42. You know, no, man. I had couple dogs, and I was beating people with 100 dogs. Out of all them 100 dogs, you couldn't find one that'll beat mine. At least that day you couldn't. You know, so you don't, you know, just base your yard off of your lifestyle and make it simple for yourself, man. Don't put too much on yourself when it comes to them dogs. You know, don't do it. And like I said, man, y'all boys better stop lying about choking folk. And only man, I'm gonna say it like this: the only man Thompson Kennels ever choked. He ain't choked nobody out. The only man he ever came close to choking is his old lady. You know, it's his old lady. Other than that, he ain't choking nothing. He ain't got it in him. You know what I'm saying? He the type that will hit a woman but won't touch a man. I can tell the way you arguing on Facebook. You know, the stuff that you saying. And since you want to come in the family and all that, that's why your old fat ass lady up here on my screen. You know what I'm saying? That's why she up here. Believe me, man, I don't want to have her ugly ass on my screen. You know? But shorty, right now you listening to a real South Carolinian. You know what I'm saying? I ain't what your man is. You know, a flaw. It just is what it is. Let's keep this dog talk going, man. Now, and what I'm starting to figure out is, like I said on the last one, y'all boys ain't used to people being skinny. Where the hell you from? You from Brooklyn? Brooklyn full up with people, man. You act like you come from a little country ass town with nothing but 1,000 people stay in that town. You supposed to be used to all type of people. You coming from Brooklyn unless you was staying in the house, wasn't coming outside. Y'all boys better stop acting like you ain't never been around skinny people. Hey, at the end of the day, you fat, I'm skinny. So what? So what? When you get old, you're going to be trying to get skinny again. When you just got fat for your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, And then when you get in your 60s and your 70s, you're trying to lose all that stuff because it ain't healthy no more. So I'm just gain weight my whole damn life. Gain weight. Sometimes I go to chain weight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I go to chain weight. But since they 2-dogging and 3-dogging me right now, I think it's best to stay gain weight. You know what I'm saying? Best to stay gain weight. And they always say this game was a gentleman's sport back in the days, and this game is supposed to be a gentleman's sport, man. Listen here, man. It ain't no gentleman's sport. It's a crook game. Once the money got involved, it's a crook game now. You got real bulldoggers out there, and I feel sorry for us brothers out there that really love the game, that really love the dogs, that want to do the right things with these dogs. I feel sorry for you, man. Because you got too many crooks out here. You got brothers who ain't even been in the game, who want to get dogs, who trying to, do their yards and do all other kind of stuff. But you got so many crooks out here, you don't know who to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who to deal with, And like I tell brothers, man, get the best dogs that you can get. That's what a dog man told me a long time ago. Get the best dogs you can get, my brother. If you're going to start your yard out, get the best puppies you can get and start from there, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't have to keep looking. What you want to do is breed, man. You know what I'm saying? I always say, y'all boys run through, y'all get a dog, and it ain't enough for me. It ain't enough for me. It ain't enough. You ain't never did no breedings to see can you produce some good stuff. You see, which came first, the chicken or the egg? That's the thing about it. We don't know which one came first, the cur or the game dog. We don't know if these brothers bred 2 curs together and from there, they start running their thing. But we just know their thing was there. So at some point you got to do some breeding, brother or sister. Do some breeding. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to wait till I find that grand champion. You may never be in the dog game. You may never have a yard of your own if you're waiting on that. I want to wait till I get a champion. He ain't able to breed. You ain't going to never breed no dogs, homie. Never, ever, ever. Snap out of that stuff that y'all brothers in and stop following a brother who can't have dogs. See, misery loves company. As long as he got y'all with where he feel like y'all can't do this and y'all can't. I can't even believe grown ass men can go to somebody else's channel and get told what they can and can't do. And then y'all take this from a flunky that can't even have dogs. Y'all take this. I don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I always say, my brothers, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay legal. I'm going to keep them hating on me. That's all they know how to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all they know how to do. But like I told them, I give Buck City $1,000 too if he come up here and get up here with a dog. He get up here on this video with a dog. He know about everybody dogs. Everybody dogs. But he don't know about Michael Myers. He don't know about Hannibal Lecter. He don't know about none of these dogs. Your connect fucked up now, ain't it, boy? Buck City, your connect fucked up now, ain't it, boy? All that trash you was talking. You don't even got no dogs. Every dog damn near you posting at somebody else's house. Damn near everyone you posting. Half of them be somebody else's dogs. And they got Michael Myers in it, and you want to act like you got credit for that dog, and you ain't no kind of credit to Michael Myers. You was just somebody that got that dog on the tail end of his damn life. That dog had done been through 2 or 3 owners before you got him. The dog actually had more integrity than the damn person did in this situation. But hey, man, y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal, and remember, where you gonna get that dog talk from? PB K9s. Fair, uncut, raw, and unbiased. Fair and unbiased, and raw and uncut. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal, and I'm out.